All right, I'm going to give you a PR hack that is both incredibly powerful and incredibly simple. And it's this. When you're crafting your pitch, save your subject line to the end. Now, this may sound counterintuitive, right? You might be thinking, well, Jeremy, why the hell would I do that? When I open up an email to send my pitch, subject line's right there. Why would I not just type my subject line and then come back and write the pitch and call it a day? And that's a fair question. The reality is you need for that pitch, for the subject line to smoothly transition to the pitch body, right? And that's not going to happen if you write your subject line first. And here's why. So you start writing your pitch, you've probably got a strategy in mind. You've probably got an idea in mind as to the exact direction all of this is going to go as well, right? The words you're going to use, how you're going to structure it, all of this. The thing is, once you start writing, I don't care how good you are, I don't care how experienced you are, you're going to make some edits along the way. And that may end up being a lot of edits, maybe even to the point where the strategy changes. So if you had started to write your subject line before you wrote the pitch, those two are not going to connect. And this is critically important because what happens is that subject line has to grab a journalist's attention. No question there. If you don't get their attention, they're not going to open it, so no one will see the pitch anyway. So that is your first part, is you have to absolutely be engaging and interesting and create a level of interest that they're going to want to open that email compared to all of the other emails in their inbox. But beyond that, you also have to have that subject line make a smooth transition from A in their inbox to B, the body of the pitch itself. And if that doesn't line up really well and make that transition very smooth, they're going to feel like something's off. They're probably not going to be able to put their finger on it, right? Nobody's sitting here saying, man, that subject line and that pitch, they're pretty close, but they're not quite exactly right there, right? Nobody's thinking that, but it's this subconscious reaction. And that comes from humans' evolution over the years, right? It's this kind of survival mechanism where, maybe you're out here running around through the woods with a spear back in the day, and you see something moving around. You can't tell, is it a bear? Is it a bunny? I don't know. But something is off. And that sense of danger, that sense of dread kind of comes in on a subconscious level. Now out there certainly is more of the conscious aspect of it when you see a 1,500-pound animal hauling ass towards you. But that same kind of neurological process takes place out here in the business world today as well, right? We've evolved a lot, but we've not gotten rid of a lot of the things that have kept us alive over the years. So when somebody reads a subject line and there's just a disconnect between the subject line and the body of the pitch, they're not sitting here saying, oh, hey, I don't know, this doesn't transition smoothly, or this isn't, great from a PR perspective. Like that, none of that's happening. But there's that subconscious thought. And they probably don't even realize that it's going on. But what happens is it creates doubt, it creates fear. And so they just end up deleting the email. Whereas if you can more smoothly connect the subject line to the body, they're not going to have that reaction. They'll be more receptive to your pitch, right? They're more likely to open it, they're more likely to read it, more likely to actually follow up with you. And that's what we're going for, right? We're trying to get featured in the media. We're trying to get the attention so that they will pay attention to what we're saying and then put us in their stories, right? This is PR 101. Now, this might just sound like one of those things, oh, well, hey, no shit, Jeremy, yeah, of course. But so few people do it this way. So it is a thing that needs to be said. Most people do just start out. They'll go plug in the email address. They'll plug in the subject, and then they'll start writing the pitch. So it is a thing that does need to be said because so few people are doing it. And that's evident in the amount of coverage they get. That's evident in the pitches that I see, right? I see so many of these where it's not that it's a bad subject line or it's a bad pitch. It's just that it's not really connected as well as it could be. And when you get that dialed in to where it's just such a smooth transition that just, when they read the pitch, they're just thinking, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, well, yeah, this is what I expected to see after reading this. That's where you're in that golden spot, right? Everything's great. So do that. Write your pitch first. then come back and write your subject line in a way that smoothly transitions the two, you're going to get a lot more responses out of your pitches. People will read them, they'll be more receptive to them, and you're going to get a lot more media coverage. So hope you found that helpful. If you did, I would love it if you'd share this with your circle, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks, everyone.